Yaddle Chattle! How?
Yaddle Chattle.
That's right. And we're back, baby. Yaddle is back, dog. We are back from our Thanksgiving vacation. Took a little time off. Ate the turkey.
Yes.
Did you have turkey or tauntauns? I, of course, am Darth David. I'm the Sith. I like to make jokes and have a good time, baby. Sometimes I also like to threaten people, too.
Let's not go there, please. For the love of God.
We're not going into my latest threat, which occurred just moments before Yaddle Chattle. We can't even speak about it.
Please,
no, we're not going to speak about it. I can speak about it in a general way. Jedi Jared is with me here, to my left and to your right. Say hi, Jared.
Hello, David.
How was your Thanksgiving, Jared?
It was pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed having 4 days off.
Move to the right.
Well,
You enjoyed having what?
4 days off.
Oh, not from Yaddle, though. You probably were missing Yaddle. Sad about Yaddle?
I mean, we were hanging out the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
I know, but I was so inebriated that we could not release a show.
No.
We weren't even planning on doing a show, so I don't want anyone giving me shit.
No, we were just hanging out.
We were taking, I needed to take Yaddle Chattle and Davey Mac Sports program off for Thanksgiving weekend. I had to. I literally am doing 8,000 shows a week. They're all fucking great, and I love them all. But as you can hear in my voice, it's taking a toll on the Dave man. But I am rebounding. On Monday of this week, I couldn't speak at all. And here we are.
Really?
Midweek, and we're ready to rock.
Wow.
And I won't say who. I won't say who I was on the phone with. But Jedi Jared can attest. Now, you got to make sure you're to the right. At least your head. You don't have to sit to the right.
I've been on, I can't tell you how many calls of you calling customer service.
So this is right before Yaddle Chattle today. I had another very important phone call in which I needed to, the way I like to think about it is a Sith simply communicating his wants and desires and needs to others. But this person, and we'll say this wasn't even a business. This is brand new territory for Darth David, for this type of phone call. Usually I reserve this type of venom for a DirecTV because the satellite dish has gone down for the 15th fucking time in the last 2 months.
Or Verizon employees.
Or Verizon with all the bullshit they
Sony PlayStation.
Sony PlayStation. Just
yes.
For whatever reason, just stopped fucking working. Peacock. You know, just an awful app, in my opinion. Plenty of issues. I had to fucking ream out Dial soap one time because it was a special brand new bottle and I couldn't figure out how to open it. And I was so livid that I looked at the back of the package. 1-800-DIAL.
You called customer
service to yell at them about the fucking bottle design. The poor schmo on the other line. I have nothing to do with the engineering of a plastic fucking goddamn Dial bottle, you maniac.
What is Dial, Procter & Gamble or Johnson & Johnson?
I don't know.
It's one of those companies.
But this was brand new territory, and I'm saying this. If I get killed, okay, it's got something to do with today's meltdown. But today's meltdown in which I was slightly encouraged by Jedi Jared. I was finished with the issue. Jared came over to my house. I told Jared, I go, can you believe what happened to me this morning? And all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's like fucking Mickey and I'm Rocky. And he's got even the fucking hat on. And he's like, no, you shouldn't let them get away with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to sweat. I go, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't let him get away with that. And so you're the one who fucking riled up Darth David today. I mean, I came in to Yaddle, happy as a clam, refreshed, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I was just telling you about my awful morning experience and how much of a fucking asshole this motherfucker was on the phone to me.
Yeah, they shouldn't talk to you like that.
Thinking I'm a fucking idiot when I can talk circles around these stupid motherfuckers who, just because they may have graduated college, they actually think they have more fucking brain power than I can. Until the Davey Mac starts actually getting pissed off. And then, watch out. Even the fucking woman who was a career whatever she was when they had to give one lady to another lady. And I had to have 3 people on the phone today. And the final lady, you know, she seemed like she was an older lady, 50, 60 or something. And she was measured, and I didn't want to shit on her until she made stupid points. Until she became a little bit of an asshole.
All right.
I can't say what it is, but it was a very important thing. And I'm just going to say this. If I wind up dead, I want you to contact Jedi Jared immediately because he knows what the phone call was.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair?
And that you can call me after I take the Play Like a Champion sign first.
Or email him at Davey Mac Shows.
No, at Yaddle Chattle.
At Yaddle Chattle at gmail.com. You don't check the Davey Mac Shows?
No. I told you that. That's all you.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
I can show you the text.
Oh my God.
I set it up for you. It's all done.
Oh my God. Okay. Davey Mac Shows. All right. So let's do a little Star Wars.
Oh, before that, I did bring you some chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Let's see, baby. Love this. I need to get a little bit of fucking chicken today. Because I gotta tell you, folks.
You still have the pie I brought you.
I'll tell you what, it's really good, that pie. It's just, I'm not a sweets guy. This is right up my alley. Look at this, folks. Look at this, folks. I love seasoned chicken. My mom, God bless her, 83 years young. I don't want to shit on her. Her birthday's coming up. Beanie Mac, we love you. But she's Irish, folks. And what she don't like seasoning.
They like a little salt on their potatoes.
Yeah, she don't put anything on anything. So when you, like, one time I had a piece of chicken, I did have to take a feather out. You know, she really just doesn't like anything touched. My mom's idea of cooking is just get the animal, throw it in the oven. It will magically turn into a dish that you like. That's how Irish people cook, because also they're doing this when they're cooking. Glug, glug, glug. So
the Irish aren't really known for cuisine.
No shit.
There's a lot of, like, good Irish chefs that, like, come out of Ireland. But, like,
Ronald McDonald doesn't count, all right? I know he's got red hair, the fucking nickname.
I wasn't going to say that. I'd watched Bourdain, No Reservations and stuff like that.
Anthony Bourdain, the guy from New Jersey. He's not Irish.
No, but he did go to Ireland.
He went to Ireland, but he's fucking American. We were talking about Irish chefs.
Yeah, and he was in Ireland talking to Irish chefs.
Okay,
No, they
all sucked?
No, they're all great. It's just that, like, they have to reinvent Irish cuisine because it's all potatoes and it's
shepherd's pie.
It's shepherd's pie.
There's only so much fucking shepherd's pie one
can
eat.
Chips.
Fish and chips.
It's very Anglican.
They don't fucking, like, what's wrong with those people? Do you know that other meats and vegetables and spices are around? I mean, I'm Irish. I'm not, this isn't a fucking anti-Irish thing. I'm Irish and Scottish, but I'm also from New Jersey. The Italian cuisine capital of the world. That's right, even bigger than Italy. Fuck you, Rome.
Well, I wouldn't shit on Rome.
What a boast. Oh, yeah, I will. We got pizza places all over here. The Italian delicatessens are something you can't even imagine. I wonder, like, what a Midwestern person would think if they walked into a good New Jersey Italian delicatessen. They wouldn't know what the fuck to buy.
Well,
They'd be looking at all the fucking stuff on the shelves like they were an alien.
Wherever there's mobsters, like big cities like Chicago, Kansas City,
New York.
Well, I'm saying in the Midwest because we were talking about the Midwest. Like, you know, Casino. All those guys were based out of Kansas City.
Yeah.
And you had what's his face, Scorsese's mother. Making the Sunday meal.
If you've gone to the Midwest and the South and shit, it's all chains. They do not.
Yeah, that's true too.
They really don't have any clue about proper, authentic Italian cuisine.
It always goes back,
or at least Italian American cuisine.
It always goes back to. I always think of that is Inglourious Bastards.
I thought you were going to do the Dennis Hopper speech for some reason from True
No,
Romance. I was like, oh, Jared getting edgy on us.
No.
All right, good. Thank you. Because, I mean, we don't need that here. You know, Joe. My God.
When Brad Pitt's like...
That's too edgy.
Buongiorno. Arrivederci.
Wait, what's this from?
The Glorious Bastards.
Yeah.
Remember when they had to go undercover?
Brad Pitt. Yeah, they're at the thing. Yeah, they're at the movie premiere.
And he's like, Buongiorno.
Yeah, Arrivederci. Yeah, that's pretty good.
No, they think a lot of them think high Italian food is either Olive Garden or Sbarro's.
Sbarro's? Yeah. That fucking shit is like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
With just ketchup thrown on it. That is not pizza in any way, shape, or form. If you think Sbarro's is good, no. All right, let's get to some Star Wars, though.
Sure.
The big news, Dave Filoni named new chief creative officer. Applause. I'm going along with you.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a go with the bit guy. But I didn't know we were applauding him. I was going to ask you what you thought of this decision, but I think I know your answer now.
Well, I think this is probably the best thing that they could announce, given that everything that Filoni has had his hand on with Star Wars related has been fairly successful.
Yes, I agree with that. Overall, no question about it. Maybe, not to me, to some standards, Book of Boba Fett was a little hit or miss. And that was
a Bad Batch.
But I think that still was but Robert Rodriguez, that was kind of looked at as his.
Yeah.
With Favreau and Filoni EPs underneath Rodriguez. And again, Bad Batch, he wasn't hands-on with that. So I can't blame Filoni on Bad Batch. You know,
but almost everything that he's mostly had wins.
Yes.
He hasn't had like a terrible loss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I am agreeing with you. Clone Wars is sensational. Rebels is great. Ahsoka was fantastic, and Mandalorian was excellent. So, yeah, I mean, come on. Live action and animation, he's all over the place. So you're thinking this is a good thing?
Yeah, and even beyond Star Wars, he worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I don't watch that shit. I don't even know what that means.
So it was...
Oh, Avatar. Yeah, the blue lady. Oh, the Na'vi.
No.
And then all of a sudden, they were on a Pandora, and the big tank... And then they fucking chopped the tree down. Oh, no. A sacred tree.
Not Pocahontas in space. Because that's what it is. Dances with Smurfs.
Did you see
that's
it?
not me, South Park. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
You're stealing South Park jokes on Yaddle Chattle?
South Park reference.
Avatar 2. Did you see that?
No.
I liked it.
You did?
I'm actually a pro Avatar fan because I love Jim Cameron. James Cameron's one of my favorites.
I'm a pro.
And it's a weird thing. It's been the last few years that I've grown to really appreciate James Cameron more than I had in the past. Terminator 2 is always... The Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 were always two of my favorite movies ever. I love True Lies.
The Abyss?
And I'm a big Abyss fan. Huge Abyss fan. Oh, and Aliens.
Aliens, yes.
But the first time I saw Avatar, I liked it in the theater. Then I rented it on DVD or whatever when it came out. And I fell asleep. It was very boring. But with this great resolution on Disney Plus, it's so 4K, that I went back and rewatched the Avatar, the first one. Because of Disney Plus's resolution that we've discussed right here on Yaddle Chattle before. I maintain that Disney Plus really does have the best resolution of any of the streaming services. Trust me, I have them all, and I watch them all. I watch my Hulu with the new Fargo series. I watch the Netflix with all the Stranger Things and whatnot. I got the Amazon Prime for all the 30 for 30s and different movies that I like. Disney Plus has the best resolution. So I went back and watched the Avatar, and I thought it was fantastic, actually. That got me to watch Avatar 2, and I enjoyed that as well. But this is about Star Wars.
Yes.
Say about Jim Cameron. With Dave Filoni, are we going to be seeing him totally take over? I mean, will this be a case where Kathleen Kennedy says, you got to run everything through Filoni now? Like a Kevin Feige.
So...
Is he, in other words, not just in control of the Filoniverse, but all things Star Wars? Would Dave Filoni have anything to do with, like, would Tony Gilroy need to?
No. Because...
have Dave Filoni has to greenlight something that Tony Gilroy says.
No, because, first off, we're only getting 2 seasons of Andor, right?
Correct.
So...
I mean, well, those are that's what they stated forever, yes. And I believe that to be the case, sure.
So,
oops, let me get this. Keep going.
I think once Tony Gilroy's finished with Andor, I think he may be done with Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think Tony Gilroy's kind of like acting independently, and I don't think we'll get any real interaction. Here's what I told you last week. I don't know if you remember that.
Please.
It's a positive in the sense that if Filoni's actually given control, he's going to right the ship, right? And I trust that if he's actually given creative control, we're going to see a really good Rey film. We're going to see a really good James Mangold film, and we will see great Star Wars content coming forward. If he's got to, if he's the one giving notes, if he's the one being like the Kevin Feige actually overseeing everything, I think we're going to see a righted ship. However, if this is just his name and only, and this was done in Q4 to boost the stock market, like it was done the week of a holiday, this announcement was made, like it's like in the middle of Q4, Disney's had a really rough year with films. Like
you could say that again. Got some news about that.
Dave Filoni has a very positive view with, I'm guessing, the general public and shareholders. So I could totally see that this was a move to kind of boost up stock with Disney. However, I can also see that if things go wrong, Kathleen Kennedy using him as a sacrificial lamb to be like, well, I put the big guy. I put the
that's
I
interesting.
put the big hitter in charge.
That's a good point. That is actually your best point that you made. You're sitting here rambling like fucking Mickey from Rocky. You're just as drunk and brain damaged as Mickey was. Yeah, that's what you just sounded like for the last 2.5 minutes until you got to that last point.
Got it.
I think.
Yes.
That is a reason why Kathleen Kennedy is doing this. She's saying, from now on, don't fucking yell at me, Star Wars fans. She is literally putting her human shield, Dave Filoni, in front of her. And that's fine. If Dave Filoni, like you say, hits home run after home run, hey, then you know what? Then everyone's a winner. But
it only has.
I don't trust the Hollywood political machine and how some of these power moves get made. And that to me actually is a little bit of, Dave Filoni's probably all happy, and Kathleen Kennedy's like, good, now people will leave me the fuck alone. And if the Rey movie goes out and shits the bed, I'll put Filoni in front. I'll put Filoni, that's Filoni's fault. Even though, of course, Kathleen was the one who greenlighted it, she'll figure out a way. Well, Filoni's in charge now. If he didn't like it, he could have, rewrote the script. He should have fixed it if Filoni didn't like it.
Now,
so I am concerned.
We could also, that's under the impression that Kathleen made the decision. This could have come up from even higher. It could have been Bob.
To the mic, though. To the mic. Don't be looking at me. Thank you. I love you. Go ahead.
This could have come from Bob Iger or someone in the upper echelon of Disney executives.
Agreed. Do you think Bob Iger knows who Dave Filoni is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
And if there was anyone to be put in charge to kind of do this job, it's Dave Filoni. I mean, we've talked about this since we started Yaddle Chattle.
Absolutely.
That, like, he should be the one making these decisions, especially, like, but the question then becomes, is he going to go now and look at the race script and, like, bring one of his, like, people, like, one of the people in the Filoni-Favreau universe to kind of say, hey, look, punch this script up. Take a look at the Mangold script, see what, like, consult with him on what I want in these films or what should be, like, because if Mangold's doing, like, the Dawn of the Jedi and all this stuff, he's got to cite all the Mortis stuff that Filoni came up with.
This is going to be an issue, I guess.
Am I right or wrong?
Or Favreau just decides to help write the goddamn movie. Mangold, is he set on having to write the film? Can he also just have a story idea and direct it? And that can be, to get his rocks off? I mean, a lot of directors don't need to sit there and actually write the script word for word. Tarantino is a guy who likes to write his scripts. You know?
So, like, for example, we know that George didn't write Return of the Jedi or Empire, right? but he had the outline of story. He had the Lord's casted.
That's my point.
So what I'm saying is I'm hoping that it'll be a little more of a collaborative effort.
Well, I would say to Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, maybe you help out. Write the script.
If anyone should be getting notes and
this
changes,
Mortis trilogy. Are we going full steam ahead with Mortis?
I think that, well, that's what he's trying to do in Ahsoka too. It seems like this is.
Do we know that? Has to be, right?
I mean, that's kind of where they left it off with Balin's Skull.
All right. So Ahsoka 2, so he's going to keep going with that Mortis. Because, I mean, the Mortis thing could get huge.
Yeah, and then, by the time Ahsoka comes out, it'll still be fresh. If and when an Ahsoka Season 2 does come out, we're looking at 2025, maybe 2026.
I'll tell you one thing, though. If this Rey movie fails, Kathleen Kennedy set Dave Filoni up from day one. From day one, Dave Filoni was a little patsy, just like Lee Harvey Oswald. Because everyone knows what happened to Lee, right? He was a patsy. It was the CIA who killed John F. Kennedy, and I happen to know it was also one of Jared's uncles. Don't tell me. I have my own knowledge about things. Now, let's get on to...
I actually think I have an uncle that wasn't even born then.
What?
Yeah.
Give
I have
me
actually a couple of uncles that
Do you have a cold?
No, it's just this time of year.
What do you mean it's this time of year? You sound very stuffy to me.
Yeah, allergies and shit.
What?
Allergies and shit.
Were you gonna say shit?
Yeah.
Or because it was like allergies and shit.
Allergies and shit.
But I mean, I felt like you were gonna say shit.
I try to make as many like pop culture references per episode.
Really?
That either.
I hate them all because 90% of them are Opie and Anthony and Ron Fez references.
First off, that's a Wire reference, okay? And you should have known that.
No, I know, not that one. You fucking knucklehead.
I stopped
it was
making.
a general goddamn fucking retort to your other fucking sentence.
I stopped
and
doing
then
that.
This is what he does. Do you see what he does? I reply to him on something directly. He takes my reply and then puts it to a sentence he says 5 sentences ago. He literally copies and pastes and rearranges my own fucking replies to match up what he was going to say at his convenience so that he can fucking argue. It's everyone today. The goddamn New Jersey State Assembly. That's not.
Yeah, we're not going
talking about what politicians I called before the show.
Please, let's not do this.
We're not.
I don't want to be involved with this.
We're not talking about any of the goddamn fucking crooked New Jersey politicians.
All right, David.
I called before the show. And yelled at.
Look, you've made a few fans happy by yelling at me. Because I know there's a few of them that actually tune in because they enjoy you yelling at me. Well, no,
I don't like to yell at you. You deserve it. You bring it out. There hasn't been one episode where I don't have to tell you slide to the right.
I'm
Your
right.
mouth is
I'm
there.
Right there.
What is fucking wrong with you?
I'm looking at the mouth.
Put your fucking fat fucking face in front of the microphone. Have this. Go to here.
You're welcome, fans.
Every fucking thing I say is pointed at the microphone. We also have a beautiful monitor. Should you need to make eye contact with me or see my face, which you don't, since we're practically sitting on top of each other, you can use the fucking monitor, bro. How about we play ball? Now, Ahsoka Season 2. They said Filoni has begun working on it.
Yeah, and now
that seems fast.
Remember, wasn't Favreau was working on Season 4 as he was writing Season 4 as he was working on Season 3.
Of Mando?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, this to me seemed real fast.
Well, it's his passion. This is his character.
I'm not complaining.
This is his baby. Like, Ahsoka's his baby. He if anything's going to keep him energized, it's going to be working on his passion. Is this character that he's
now, what if you did have a little baby? The mom has the baby and it had the head tails. Would that freak you out? Or as a Star Wars fan, would you go, you know what? I like Star Wars. I'm going to welcome this little fucking demon baby into my household. What would Jedi Jared do? Would Jedi Jared take that little beautiful baby with the head tails, the Ahsoka head tails, and would you throw her in the river?
No.
I feel like that's exactly what you would do. Whereas I would raise the little goddamn head tail fucking freak. And I'd try to get a job on Jim Rose's circus, traveling freak show and carnival. And I'm telling you, my head tail baby is going to get me $3,000 a week working on the local freak show circuit.
That's still a thing?
Sure. Certain places in Austin, Texas, and in the South, you get your good old-fashioned freak shows. Did you ever see Jim Rose?
No.
Jim Rose Circus?
No.
What the fuck's the matter with you? What are you, fucking... You weren't alive in the 90s? Are you a fucking nerd? In the 90s, bro, it's called Lollapalooza. You got fucking baked. You fucking drank. You watched fucking Pearl Jam. And then when you fucking sick to your fucking stomach, because Pearl Jam rocks so much, you go... I gotta do something that's not a band. You go, oh, there's the Jim Rose Circus. It's a freak show.
First off, I went to Lollapalooza.
And the guy would staple his head and shit. It was great.
2002, 2003, when Perry Farrell brought it back.
2002, 2003, when Perry Farrell brought it back. I was in the fucking Lollapalooza in the 90s, you dick. Yeah. The good Lollapalooza.
Okay. How old was I in 1997?
I don't fucking know.
I was 10 years old.
You look 5 years older than me.
David, I am 10 years younger than you.
Well, Jesus Christ, don't tell a fucking mirror or a camera. Jesus fucking Christ. No, listen. Let's talk about, all right, how about this? You want to yell. You want to get pissed off.
Yeah.
Jared, I'm a fan of this guy. I'm leaning towards Jedi Jared's camp, which upsets me when I have a strong opinion. And my opinion starts to go over to the Jedi Jared camp. I'm the fucking Sith. I'm strong-willed. You know me. I like movies. Big or small. Short or tall. I don't care. Foreign or domestic. Documentary or Hollywood. If it's good, it's good. I love Thor Ragnarok.
I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was the best one of the series.
The director, who we have talked about extensively on this show, because he's getting a Star Wars movie and he still has it. Taika Waititi, who is getting a movie to write and direct.
Okay.
Which, again, after the Rian Johnson experiment, probably not the wisest idea, Kathleen Kennedy. But sure, keep doing the same fuck-ups all the time.
Has it ever occurred to anyone that maybe he's just trolling everybody?
No, he's not. Kathleen Kennedy said it. They got the Kathleen Kennedy on a red carpet. They said, is Taika Waititi's fucking film a go? She said yes.
Then why wasn't it announced at Celebration? They announced 3 films.
I'm going to tell you why. He doesn't know what he's doing. Literally. Let me explain. He just did an interview, and this interview really hit my confidence in Taika Waititi. Because, yeah, I actually really enjoy Thor Ragnarok, and quite frankly, I actually like Thor Love and Thunder.
I like what we do in the shadows.
I'm a fucking Guns N' Roses fan. So, I'm not going to lie. The fact, the usage of November, they use like 4 or 5 GNR songs in Love and Thunder alone. And like the November Rain usage was some of the best shit of all time. So, I like Taika Waititi. But, he does an interview show, one of the dopey talk shows, where he says, the only reason why I did Thor Ragnarok was money. I was broke and needed money. Now, one thing that puzzles me is Thor Ragnarok was not his debut. And it's come out after some research that he should have been worth around $11 million by the time Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, he had already established himself.
He had already established himself.
And What We Do in the Shadows was already on television, right?
And they purportedly, Taika was worth $11 million. So to say he's broke, what happened to that money?
Alimony? Or that.
Or this.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt and said Alamo.
I'm doing the good old-fashioned pantomime for those just listening, the audio version of this, for the nose candy, ladies and gentlemen. You know, toot toot. Jingle bells, you know what I'm talking about? Woo! Snowman, you know what I mean? Cocaine. Drugs. I wonder where that money went. But number two, that's not something I want to hear. That's not something that anyone wants to hear. Hey, the franchise that you love. Well, guess what? I only participated in it for the money. I actually don't fucking like those movies.
I mean, that's what What's-His-Face said about playing Obi-Wan. Alec Guinness, he needed the money. He just got a divorce or some shit. He needed the money, right?
He also started saying that after he was a legend and the original trilogy had firmly been established as the greatest box office franchise in the movies. So yes, he did go into that. But Taika's not there yet. Also, Alec Guinness was 75 years old. You know, you expect the old crazy drunk man. What are you looking up?
Watiki's filmography.
He had some movies.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. I gave you all the information. While your head's buried in the phone, I'm here talking it to you.
Got it.
The point is, $11 million is what he was worth, and he's claiming he's broke. He's also not making people feel good because, hey, if he did that for Marvel, and does he really like Star Wars? Is Star Wars another project of his that he needs the money for? And furthermore, what he keeps saying is also concerning. I really want this to be just great, so I'm taking my time with it. He never says he's sitting down and writing. He never says, I've written the script. He never says, I have an idea. He never says, oh yeah, there's a story rattling around my head. He doesn't have a story, folks. He wants to, what he said in the interview also was, I want to recreate the magic of the original trilogy. Great. He is literally like the 30th fucking director to say that. And the funny thing is, it goes against exactly what Disney is doing right now, which may be the biggest reason for all the fucking headbutting, clashing, miscommunication, and sometimes failures. Because you have one director after another saying, I love the original trilogy, and I want to just bring back the magic of that original trilogy. But then on the other hand, you have Disney saying, fuck the original trilogy, fuck all that shit. Let's just do all this kind of shit. We're going to have all brand new Star Wars. Everyone gets a role. One of these shows, there's going to be no lightsabers or some shit, or no blasters. You know, and they fucking change Star Wars. They keep changing it, which is weird because every director who gets involved says, I like the original trilogy. They shouldn't change anything. Well, why does this keep happening? Why is there one fucking issue after another? And as a Taika Waititi fan of those two Thor movies, this doesn't make me feel good about Taika. This don't make me feel good about Taika at all. He's just in it for the money. I feel like there's a laziness factor. First of all, the reason why he's saying he doesn't have a fucking script, he literally doesn't have an idea, Jared. This came out in the interview. Is because something you said. He says, I've got so much going on right now. I've got so many projects. I've got so many things going on. So I just, it's going to take a while, but I'm going to do it. I have to let it bubble. What the fuck? How about no? How about Disney? Oh my God, think about this. What if you gave people who already have ideas the job? And don't fucking pretend that they don't exist, because Guillermo del Toro had a Jabba the Hutt Godfather movie that was ready to go, and Zack Snyder had a brand new fucking Seven Samurai fucking Star Wars movie ready to go. You fucking told them to fuck off. The Snyder movie's coming out next month on Netflix, and it looks really good. And who knows? Guillermo del Toro might just take that fucking Jabba the Hutt thing and just make some sort of fat monster movie, and everyone's gonna love it, and you're gonna have two movies that could have been Star Wars movies. Ah! Thoughts and opinions?
The Zack Snyder thing was never going to happen because it can't be more than a PG-13, and Zack Snyder has to do hard R. So,
not what he said. Just wanted to make a Seven Samurai film. That's all he said. It's all he wanted to do.
Okay. As far as the Waititi, like, there isn't. He says it's going to happen. Lucasfilm, I guess, is saying it's going to happen, but it wasn't announced at Celebration. You now have Dave Filoni in. Maybe they can take a meeting and Filoni can give him some inspiration.
How about Filoni gives him the inspiration? Come up with a story in 1 week. Otherwise, snip, snip, snip. I mean, I'm moving on to fucking Guillermo. I'm putting the fucking Jabba the Hutt movie back in. Or how about, hey, I've listened to Yaddle Chattle this past year. They've literally had, anywhere between 8 and 12 killer ideas for movies and TV series. Maybe I'll hire those guys. And obviously it's a pipe dream. And obviously I'm 90% kidding whenever we're like, hey, hire us, Bob Iger, and hire us, Filoni. But sometimes I actually get depressed at the lack of imagination and creativity. And then I get like, wait a second, on Yaddle Chattle, we've come up with much better movie ideas before. We've come up with Boba Fett. Season 2, which would be better than Season 1. I've come up with my own fucking sequel era spin-offs, post-sequel trilogy. That's way better than anything I'm hearing. And it keeps Finn involved. God damn it. In here having a good mood. And then we're not going to say who the phone call was.
Please don't.
But that motherfucking state assemblyman better apologize.
David,
he better apologize, I swear to God. I'm a fucking constituent.
David, let's not do this.
Don't fucking take it out in the ballot boxes where I'll take it out, motherfucker.
That's fine. That's fine.
Maybe I'll take a drive down to Trenton, too.
No, let's not. It's after dark and everyone's gone home. Trenton, literally, the city closes at 5 o'clock.
It does?
Yes.
What does this say? Oh, okay. This is great. Screen Rants L Q-U-I-P-E-R. Kuiper? Kuiper? How would you do that? Q-U-I-P-E-R.
Kuiper?
Kuiper?
Cooper?
She's upset.
At?
She's upset at Screen Rant. She's upset because she doesn't know why Mando hasn't been shipped yet. Or specifically, she says, we're all shipping Din Djarin of The Mandalorian. Why haven't they done anything with this yet?
What does that mean?
Okay, so the whole article was, how come Mando hasn't had a girlfriend? I kid you not. This is me telling Screen Rant, I might have to block your website now because of L. Kuiper's fucking ridiculously stupid article of how come Mando doesn't have a girlfriend. This is why they don't take us seriously. This is why Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy will never take us Star Wars fans fucking seriously. We're having published articles about how come Mando doesn't have a girlfriend. Star Wars used to be about war, violence, cowboys, science fiction, King Arthur, samurai, Flash Gordon, westerns, bang, bang. But no, we are wondering why Mando doesn't have a girlfriend, and Disney doesn't realize they have a problem with how they've changed Star Wars and how they change Marvel and some of the direction that they go in. And then when their fucking movies make goddamn nothing, this will be the first year since 2014, I think they said, pandemic years aside of 2021, that Disney won't have a $1 billion movie. Not Marvel, Disney won't have a $1 billion movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did their best at $845 million estimated. And everything else has been a total flop. Wish was supposed to win the box office. It finished third. A fucking classic Disney animation. We all know the Marvels fucking bombed. We all know the Ant-Man fucking sucks. I mean, it's one fucking thing after another. And it also, I actually think it's been way worse in Marvel than in Star Wars.
Well, because
but you have the Rian Johnson shit of, I gotta change. What was the word he used? I gotta,
subvert audience.
I gotta subvert. No
expectations.
Hey, motherfuckers. You know, I just was watching
what?
Documentary on Godzilla.
Okay.
Japanese people love the Godzilla.
Yes.
They like the new modern Godzilla in America. You know the Godzilla that they hated? 1998 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick.
Oh, that was
Do you know
awful.
what? I saw
that was a bad movie in general.
It was. But you know also why it was a bad movie? The Japanese people, who the creators who are in charge of Godzilla, but literally had to give Americans the rights so that they could shoot their own Godzilla, gave them basically a book. You know, a Bible, if you will.
Yeah, like a control book.
And these are the do's and don'ts of Godzilla. These are things he can do, and these are things he can't do. And what that fucking arrogant asshole, Roland Emmerich, the director of Godzilla, decided to do is he proudly said, we just threw that in the garbage. We just took what Godzilla did, we threw it in the garbage. Well, all the people in Japan hated it, and all the people in fucking America hated it. But the people in Japan really hated it. They said, what the fuck did you do to our Godzilla? Why did you change our Godzilla? Why have you ruined our Godzilla? What the fuck is this? And it was a bomb in America, too.
It was?
Yes. Yes, that movie, that derailed Roland Emmerich. He was coming off of Mission Impossible.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, what's his face? The guy who did, the first one was Jonathan Demme. The second one was John
First
Woo.
one who did what?
The first director
of what?
Of Mission Impossible was Jonathan Demme.
What the fuck? I didn't say that. I said Independence Day,
no,
you freakazoid.
Said Mission Impossible.
Okay.
But I get it. Yeah,
here. Seriously. Someone fucking shoot me.
Oh.
No, seriously. I can't take it when he quibbles with me anymore.
You literally said Mission Impossible. You said Mission Impossible. There's a huge difference between Mission Impossible came out around the same time.
Why are you quibbling that fucking Godzilla was a bomb? It was not successful.
I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. I thought it was one of the big.
And I said Roland Emmerich was coming off of Mission Impossible. What is the fucking thing?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. I misspoke, but you shouldn't have put me in the position to misspeak. Is what I'm saying. Just get a gun.
I see. You're blaming me because you flubbed.
The flub was on you. You're
wasn't
quibbling.
on me. I wasn't quibbling. I didn't know because when did that come out? 98? I was 11 years old. Okay? I saw the movie twice in the theaters,
Can I just offer you a point of radio constructive criticism? We debating now about whether Godzilla is a box office bomb or not is totally irrelevant and beside the fucking point. You easily distracted ADD moron.
So at any rate, I mean, to be honest with you, after Independence Day, his movies haven't been really that great.
No, I know this one.
I mean, Stargate's probably his best film.
That's all I was trying to say. Now you're taking my side, which you could have done 5 fucking
minutes ago.
I was
about to agree with you. You said Mission Impossible.
Fine. It's all. I'm the moron.
They all came out at the same time.
I'm the moron then. I'm the moron.
Thank you.
Oh, but you're a fool. I'm the moron, but you're the fool. You're the fucking fool, pal. I'm the moron. You're the fool. But the point is, the comparison is all I'm trying to do. Roland Emmerich was given a goddamn thing. Do's and don'ts of Godzilla. Follow the rules, you'll have a big movie and you make $1 billion in America. Go ahead. And he proudly said we threw it in the garbage and we were going to do our own thing. Which doesn't that sound very similar to subvert expectations? It does to me. And The movie sucked. The point is, that's why Star Wars keeps fucking failing when they do. When they do. Not Ahsoka. Not some of these things. And I think, honestly, Marvel is way more guilty of it than anything. It's just changing the franchise as a whole. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Give the people Star Wars and give them Marvel. And you know what those are. If you don't, then get out the way. Bring in people who do.
I think that there's one franchise that always gets it, almost always gets it right.
Talk to me.
Bond. Action scenes, beautiful women, beautiful locales. You know, they downplayed a bit of the Q. They've brought Q back. Q with the gadgets, the over-the-top bad guys. It's more or less trying to take over the world or do something. It's always the same movie, but they usually always do well.
I mean, it's not a bad point.
They come out every few years. They've had to change the main character God knows how many times with different actors, and they still all do. Like, when have you ever seen a Bond film bomb?
Very rarely. Timothy Dalton had, I think, a stinker maybe, but
like over
the most part,
over the course of 60 years,
it's a phenomenal franchise in terms of box office success. Absolutely,
because they follow the same fucking formula. They just change things here and there, and
any franchise, it's not about you. People always want fresh ideas, fresh characters, and fresh storylines. What we don't want is for you to change the fabric and feel of the franchise itself. It really is a lot simpler than you make it out to be. It's like wrestling. You set some shit up, you have some builds, and then you have some payoffs. Good guys and bad guys. Maybe start watching your fucking WWE, Bob Iger. People at Disney. Because if you looked at it like that, you know, we got to set up just a couple of cool stories. That's it for a movie. One with these people, maybe one with this group over here. We tell them concurrently, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Spaceships, things like that. Come on. Subvert expectations. Taika Waititi. I need to sit down and I need this shit ain't happening with Taika Waititi. Hey, you heard it here first. Right now, right here, right now on Yaddle Chattle. The Taika Waititi movie is not happening. I guarantee it. I want that on, what episode is this? Yaddle Chattle what? Oh, he doesn't even know.
It's 70s, high 70s, 80s.
He used to know these things. He used to know these things, and he doesn't anymore.
Yeah, I've got terrible.
All of these years of
terrible
Yaddle Chattle have corroded his brain.
Brain fog. I think it's 79.
Yaddle Chattle 79.
Yes.
On this 79th episode of Yaddle, I guarantee you, Yaddle heads, Taika Waititi will not be directing a Star Wars film. Never. It's not getting off the ground. No confidence. And I had confidence. Thor Ragnarok fan. Thor Love and Thunder fan. That kind of makes me a fan because a lot of people didn't like Thor and Love and Thunder. I did.
I haven't seen it.
See, I liked it.
I think part of, all right, so as far as what Marvel and with Disney's having an issue, but Marvel's a large part of it. But I think there is a huge superhero fatigue thing kind of going on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What, like Superman needs a nap or something? Or
no,
Batman has narcolepsy? Or like, I don't understand. What is superhero fatigue? What are you talking about here?
There's just been so much superhero content in the last decade plus that people are kind of tired of it. Like that's what they were saying. Like they were trying to blame the failure of the Marvels on all these other things.
Well, let me. I'm gonna jump in.
The two biggest films of the year. 3, sorry.
Your hands are wrinkled, bro. Are you okay?
Fine. The two of the biggest films of the year were Barbie and Oppenheimer. Original films, right?
Fucking A, they were, bub.
The third biggest film of the year was fucking Super Mario Brothers.
I like that, too.
It was a great movie. I love it.
I saw it. My favorite part was the Mario Kart sequence.
I
could have had an hour and a half They need to do Mario Kart meets. Did you see the new fucking Mad Max movie, Fury Road?
Yes.
That fucking shit was cool.
Yes.
It was on the. You were literally on the road having a fucking action sequence for an hour and a half. Like the trucks kept going.
Yes.
They should do a whole Mario Kart movie like that. Mario Kart fucking Fury Road. That shit would be boss.
Rainbow Road.
Western Washington. I'll show you a little picture here, Jared. They're having what's called frozen frozen fog. Here, take a look at that.
So that's like Seattle?
It just says Western Washington. I guess that is probably Seattle.
Wow.
What does that look like to you? Let's see if the camera can pick it up. It can a little bit. If I type this, maybe? Yeah, the camera can slightly pick it up.
Besides something out of a Stephen King film?
It doesn't
or book?
give you any doesn't give you anything?
Cloud City.
Correct. 5 points for Jared.
Thank you, Mr. Champion.
What is going on in Western Washington? People are saying we have been Cloud City'd. We are Bespin. We are living on Bespin. And there's one big Cloud City fucking reference after another. And I didn't think that a lot of people, I have to say. I thought, smog, people would be like, oh, it's like Sleepy Hollow or... I'm not talking about the Tim Burton movie. I'm talking about the actual, like, Legend of Sleepy Hollow or... I don't know, just anything. I wasn't expecting... when it's really, really foggy the way it looks. But of course, the fog, folks, it's obstructing 3/4 of the buildings, is the point. The top third of the high-rises are poking out of the frozen cloud, is what they're calling it. A frozen cloud.
Which is interesting because
Never even heard of such a thing.
Did you see the trailer for the new Ghostbusters film? Frozen Empire?
Right.
Hey?
Damn. That sucks. I mean, if they could have timed that better, that shit would have been awesome. Especially if a guy from New York experienced the frozen fucking smog or fog or whatever the fuck it is. Point being, I was actually surprised that there's so many Cloud City shout-outs.
Really?
I was.
I mean, Star Wars is so, like, it's such a cultural
I
thing.
know Star Wars is a cultural thing, but I didn't think Cloud City was big enough, which brings me to my point. Is Cloud City the most famous planet in Star Wars? What would you say is the most well-known? 2 questions. What is the most well-known? But for you, what's the planet that most attracts a Jedi Jared? So number 1 question, what is objectively the number 1 planet in Star Wars? Number 2, where would Jared like to go? Thank you.
1, I think it's probably Tatooine.
We're in agreement there. I'm not even going to try and fake it. Has to be Tatooine. Has to be. That is the Star Wars planet. That's why I think, more surprised. I figure you get a lot of Tatooine references, or if there's a big fucking tree, it's like, oh, it's Return of the Jedi. But fog? Cloud City? Interesting. Number 2, where would Jared like to go? What's...
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
We're talking about an entire planet that is one gigantic city.
Oh, I hear that. But you would want to stay on the surface, yes? Because the higher you up, the nicer it is. The lower you go, the shittier it goes. Would you brave the depths of Coruscant? Would you go to the bottom rung there?
When in Rome, you got to do what the Romans do.
You would be fucking dead in 5 minutes. They'd make Swiss cheese out of you, those fucking animals at the bottom of Coruscant.
I mean,
I'm going to get canceled.
They're
like a shock jock calling people savages on Coruscant.
You made the reference, not me.
Yeah, I told you. I'm allowed to.
Okay.
Because I know how to do it. No, but, so what do you, so it really would be?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, for me, it was a no-brainer. Alderaan. I'm not kidding. When I saw Alderaan the first time at the end of Revenge of the Sith, with when Bail had little baby Leia, and then when we went back to Alderaan for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, that place looks gorgeous. That place looks like a New Zealand highlight film. You got the beautiful mountain over here, you got the beautiful lake over there, you got the beautiful forest over there. Woo!
I don't
Give
know.
me some Alderaan. Fresh air, baby.
Maybe
Give me some fresh air.
I mean, Naboo sounds similar, though, right?
Ooh, Naboo. No, you know what? I'm sticking with Alderaan because I actually like the topography more. They got the beautiful, like I said, I like the mountain look.
Okay.
And some streams, you can go fishing. I know.
It's a very temperate area.
Naboo, if you go fishing, you accidentally catch Jar Jar. And then that's like attempted murder. You know, if you're going swimming and catch a fucking Gungan, they'll fucking throw you in Naboo jail. Why did you try to kill Jar Jar? I wasn't. I was just fishing. Well, now he has a fucking spike right through his brain.
Well,
he's dead.
Shame on him for taking the bait.
Yeah. Oh, boom.
Face.
We'll go out with that. Well, Jared, we're back.
We're back. Oh, so I got one email.
Oh.
I thought we'd set this up maybe to do around the actual holiday from acclaimed filmmaker Michael Moore.
Oh, I love Michael.
He said, holiday season is upon us. Any chance of an episode dedicated to the Star Wars holiday special?
Oh, I like that.
Yes. So I was thinking
that would be something to do. Maybe we could do a watch-along. We've been wanting to do a watch-along. We never have done one yet.
So maybe we'll do it around the Christmas, like that week of, maybe? The week before?
Sure. Yes, that's a good idea.
The week of?
That's a good idea.
And maybe do a little drinky?
We should do, what we could do is a 2-for-1 where we can say this all off the air, but we do a regular Yaddle, and then when we do that, and we'll release them a couple weeks apart, and this way, we're never missing time for the Christmas season.
Okay, sure.
Think of it like that.
Maybe. What was I going to say?
Well, thank you, Michael. That's a great idea.
Yes.
Michael Moore, love it.
Got a shout out, special thanks to Tom Cody for sending
Hold on. Real quick. I'm just going to try and overpower you with the music intentionally.
Okay.
I just want to see if you can actually... This is a test. Go ahead. Let's just see how strong your voice is, because I have my doubts. Go ahead.
Special shout out to unofficial producer Tom Cody for sending us all those news articles. If you have any questions, comments, or want to be an unofficial producer too, you can email me at yaddlechattle@gmail.com.
Okay, well done. Now I know the secret. I just have to blast music in your fucking ear, and then you're going to talk like a radio professional.
No, being spiteful, David. That's the key.
Tom, thank you. Yes, yaddlechattle@gmail.com is the email. And DavyMacShows@gmail.com for any questions about my SiriusXM. I'm still trying to get some more questions before I do an episode of Tales from the Q&A.
I'll send you the one that gentleman sent.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple, but I want to have like 4 or 5.
Okay.
All right. Listen, we're back, baby. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving weekend. He's Jedi Jared. I'm Darth David. Good night, everybody.